All right, Rhoena. So how did you first learn about the light bed and light therapy?
Well, I have to tell you, I came here for PT, and my daughter has gotten PT from the green room, and so it was like I didn't have to shop around at all. And then I met the team here, and they helped me learn all about Kegels, and they helped fix a serious problem for somebody my age. And then as I'm being escorted out, I see this open door and I recognize this. And it's like, oh Lord, they have a light bed. And that was the beginning of what now has been. I'm now on the plan for unlimited every month. And I've been doing this, since October.
All right.
So,
Excellent. All right, Rhoena. So why light therapy?
why light therapy?
Yep, that's it.
Oh my goodness. It's not often I can say this, but what do I have in common with the two Kardashians? Andrew Huberman, the influencer. Who else? Dr. Mark Hyman, an incredible doctor and functional medicine guru. Who else? One of our own doctors. I'm a Seventh-day Adventist Christian, and we've got, if you've ever heard of the Blue Zones, okay, one of our doctors out in Loma Linda was using light therapy during COVID. And so the way I found out about it was all of these people, when you, thanks to your phone, when you express an interest in something, I started watching the doctor in Loma Linda who was using it for COVID, and he had created even a jacket to radiate the chest. And so anyway, once the phone knew I was interested in it, then all of these other people started popping up. And so then I thought, okay, maybe there's more to this than those guys that are wearing ball caps that have got the red lights underneath and they want to get their hair back. So then because of COVID, I had plenty of time to research, and I'm not of the generation that is really proficient in using the internet, but it was a cakewalk because I even found conferences on photobiomodulation. And then that's when I really got hooked, because this was science. It wasn't woo-woo, it wasn't somebody. I'll tell you somebody else who uses it, and in fact uses the bed. He uses it 3 times a week, and he only uses it for 6 minutes. Have you heard of Brian Johnson, the billionaire who wants to live forever?
Oh, yeah.
He has it in his house, and I can't afford this in my house. So when I saw it here, it's like, oh, this is an answer to prayer.
All right, excellent. All right, now that you've been using the light bed consistently, what kind of benefits have you been noticing?
Wow. Okay, this is going to be a tough question to answer, because first I'll do the obvious stuff. Do you know how old I am?
I do not remember.
Okay. Well, I'm turning 75.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Wow.
And I have to tell you, if you knew me back in, say, 2011, 2012, I started having to wear wigs because my hair was thinning and I was losing hair. Then also I wore makeup because, especially after my 3rd pregnancy, my skin just went from having any color to like this white grayish, and so makeup, but this is me, no makeup.
Wow.
And I would tell you I had dark spots. In fact, I had one right about here. It was a little smaller than a dime. And as it was coming up, and I kept thinking, well, maybe it'll stop and I can cover it and hide it. But no. So I would tell you, if you now look at my hair, and this is my own hair, I'm not wearing a wig. If there was a mirror behind me, you could see my bald spot has gone away. Hallelujah. And those are like the obvious things. I can see it
Mhm.
in my skin. Um, when you're old and you get a bruise, or even worse, when you like cut yourself or get a
Mhm.
burn,
Mhm.
you have a gray mark forever,
Mhm.
and they're gone. And that's only
That's cool.
since October,
Wow.
because I've been doing it on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays are my days to come
Mhm.
here. I don't even own a car. I
Mm.
borrow a car to come here. I'm living off of Social Security, but I would tell you that monthly rate is so affordable. I'm able to get the unlimited. Now,
Mm.
here's the part that's hard to explain to anybody, and that is, how do you explain to somebody the things that don't happen to you because you adopt something that
Mhm.
is so fundamentally healthy?
Mhm.
And again, it's not woo woo.
Mm.
What we now know is there is science behind this.
Mhm.
I've watched conferences on my phone
Mhm.
on photobiomodulation.
Mhm.
And so we now know that the things that I didn't know when I was dealing with diabetes and partum and things like that, is my mitochondria was in starvation mode
Mhm.
and had been that way for decades.
Mhm.
And so how do you explain to somebody that the things that are not happening to
Mhm.
you necessarily, because you're now treating your body the way it needs to be? So it's the health aspect of it
Mhm.
that was always so attractive. And while I can see things on the surface, I'm excited about the things that are going on within my body. I can share one more thing that I
Mhm.
believe I can attribute to this, and that is that I also ground.
Mm.
And to me, both of those things are very natural. It's
Mhm.
connection with the earth is not something spiritual. It is something scientific that was
Mhm.
designed to help clear, the buildup
Mhm.
of the energies that are not healthy. And so I know that after I started grounding, and I started red light
Mhm.
and near red light. So it's that
Yes.
important combination of the
Yep.
two. My first 6 month checkup after I had begun, my doctor, I'm in with my doctor, and of course they order the full panel of
Mhm.
blood work. And he's going through this and sitting there, and he's just looking for the areas that are outside of the range of,
Mhm.
that they're supposed to
Normal.
be. And it's like, yeah, 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 and then you're good. And then he stops and he
Mhm.
looks at the screen and he goes, "You have no inflammation markers." Now, to say that to a diabetic old lady,
Mhm.
you know, you have
Mhm.
no inflammation markers. And I go, yeah, I know, I get it. So I'm telling
Mhm.
you, um, there's a healing that goes
Mhm.
on when at the most fundamental level, and
Mhm.
we're now not at just the cellular level,
Mhm.
we're at the molecular level.
Mhm.
When healing begins there, then it's amazing how it affects everything else upstream.
Yeah.
And that made me a believer.
Awesome. Very good. All right. And last question is, what advice would you give to somebody who's kind of on the fence about trying it out?
Oh my goodness. It doesn't require any bravery.
Yeah.
This is this is not also something painful. It's not time consuming. Um, and this I say in all sincerity, because I've told you what my financial picture is. I live off of Social Security. Every dollar counts. But if you look at how reasonable it is, and I would recommend that you get the unlimited, because one shot, yay, your mitochondria will thank you that day. But what you really need is, and you go read the science, go listen to the conference,
Mhm.
go do the influencers. Remember Brian Johnson? He's doing it
Mhm.
3 days a week, and he even has it in his house. So if he has it in his house and can do unlimited, and he's doing 3 days a week, that should tell you something. So I would tell you, of all the things that you can spend money on, you cannot put a price tag on your health. And my prayer literally, and the reason I'm glad I was asked to do this, is that if anybody sees this, they won't see an old woman. What they can see in their mind is an opportunity to head off what I am. You know, if you can be healthy at that cellular level, then you don't have to worry about the things that I'm dealing with now, because I didn't take good care of my body. And in defense of that, the science wasn't known to us then. So I make it a priority. And then also I would say give it enough time, because the turnover, even for skin, is, I bet you know how long it is, but it's months. If you've ever been pregnant or had a wound with a scar, you can see how long things like that take to heal. The beauty of this is what's going on inside of you is happening right away. It isn't something that you have to wait for, but it's not something that, oh, I did this on Tuesday and I don't have to think about it again, you know, and maybe I'll do it next month. No, this is a priority. It's a core, to me, it's a core part of my health now.
All right. Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.